What's going on, guys? So if you're like me, you have managed to pick up and get your hands on the new DJI FPV drone. This little booger is fun as hell. You're probably wondering why my props are off right now. Well, I always take the props off of my drone when I'm doing a firmware update. I really prefer to be safe than sorry. Anyway, we've all been there with any one of our DJI drones. We're really excited to fly at this park or this really cool space that we found. You turn on your drone, you turn on your controller, and you get that message in the corner of your screen: cannot take off, restricted airspace. Now in the DJI Go 4 app, it's pretty easy to unlock restricted airspace. You can accept liability and do a quick application through the app itself, get a text with a confirmation number, you put it in, and you sign your life away and you're good to go. But for drones that fly with the DJI Fly app, it's a little more difficult than that. So really quick, we're gonna go through the steps on how to properly unlock restricted airspace and GEO zones for your DJI FPV drone, or any drone for that matter that utilizes the DJI Fly app. So first and foremost, you're gonna wanna download the Kitty Hawk app. And this is the app that we're gonna use to actually obtain permission to fly in restricted airspace. So upon opening the app, you're gonna see a map here. These are all these different airports. Each one of these little cells here is a different type of airspace. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna click down here at the bottom, add. We're going to request FAA Authorization. But all this is found within this blue area. This is Class D. You can see it on the bottom. This is all Class D airspace around this airport. It's restricted airspace, and then it is a GEO zone, and otherwise the DJI Fly app will not let me fly within this area. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just grab another cell over here. I'm gonna click this one that's in all orange here. I'm gonna go ahead and click Get Authorization. Now you click here either Part 107 Commercial Pilot if you have your Part 107 certification, or Section 44809 recreational, so if you're just a hobbyist. If you're a hobbyist, you should still go through this process and get permission to fly in restricted airspace. So I'm gonna click Part 107 pilot. Now I'm gonna go ahead and scroll this to 100 feet because I want to get permission to fly up to that 100 feet. Now, what you can do here as well is you can grab all the corners of this little box and you can stretch out and you can open up the area that you plan on flying in. Grab this little corner here. Once you've opened up the area that you plan on flying and you've moved the dial here on the bottom to the max altitude that you plan on flying, you can tap next. Now the date, let's say I want to fly there Wednesday. I'm gonna go at 9 a.m. before it gets hot. Okay, duration of this flight, I want to be there more than 30 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna be there for 2 hours. I'm gonna click OK. And then next, eligible for auto approval. So that's good. So Class D airspace is going to most likely do that every time. If you're in the red areas, these may or may not be eligible for auto approval through the app. But Class D airspace, which is restricted, which is not so close where you wouldn't have to get permission from the air traffic control tower, we're good to go. This is still within the GEO zone, so we're still unlocking this. I'm gonna click next. All right, so this is going to show your Part 107 number. I obviously have that and my phone number blurred out for privacy reasons. I'm going to go ahead and click agree and submit. And there we go. Now it shows the details of my flight and permission below. Now shortly after doing this, there you go. Now shortly after completing this process, you'll get a text that comes through that will show the details of the permission that you have been granted. Yeah, so we're good to go. In this next step, we're going to go to dji.com/flysafe. Now it's already here because I have been here before and unlocked Geozones in the past. So in this screen, you're gonna scroll down, and you're gonna go to unlocking requests. You're gonna click unlock zone. Now, if you haven't already, it's going to prompt you to log in using your DJI account and user password. Click new unlock request. This is a previous request that I have done in the past. You're gonna click zone unlocking, do a custom unlocking where you can literally draw in a specific area that you need to unlock, but I like to just go ahead and unlock a general airspace. Now the zone unlocking menu, it's going to show your basic information here, and you're going to now add the device, add the drone that you're going to be using to fly in this airspace. So you're going to add device, you're going to enter the serial number of your drone, as well as the aircraft model, and it shows all the models here. Daniel's FPV, for example. I've already added this before, which I've already added it. It's going to show here, Dji FPV. Once you've added devices, it's actually going to show them here and list them as you add them. I've only added the Dji FPV drone, for example, here. And then once you select that drone, you select the ID number for that drone. And then on pilots, again, if you haven't added already, you're going to click Add Pilot. You will put in your DJI account email, put your name, confirm. I'll put cancel because I've already done this. If I click here, the drop down menu shows the email for my DJI account. Click there, click Next. All right. Okay, so the next thing you do is this map pops up of all these different airspaces. You're going to go ahead and search the area of town where you're going to be unlocking, Queen Creek, Arizona. All right, so this is the airspace here, Phoenix Mesa Gateway. I'm going to click that. This is the airspace that I am wanting to unlock to fly in. If it was the red there, I'd have to get permission from the flight control tower. But here in Class D, that authorization is not required. I just got to get the proper parameters done through the FAA and get the GEO Zone unlocked through DJI. All right, so the time range in which you want this to be in effect, I'm going to select the date. Let's say I want to do this tomorrow again. Unlocking application reason. I'm just going to do FPV flight, open space, no obstacles. So there's no particular reason as to why I want to fly it. I'm not doing it for a job. If I was doing it for a job, I'd say I'm doing it for a job. But I just want to fly my FPV drone. I'm selecting this area because it's open space and there's no obstacles. It's literally right on the line of this airspace. So this is just justification for me wanting to fly in this area. Go ahead and click Submit. All right, there we go. Now it is visible in my DJI account. Unlock request is accepted. All right, so the zone that's unlocked is right here. Authorization zones, Phoenix Mesa Gateway. The time range is basically 72 hours. Here's the dates it's open. So I'm good to go now. Okay, we've gone through the proper parameters. We got permission from the FAA to fly in this Class D airspace via the Kitty Hawk app. We've gone to the DJI FlySafe website and unlocked the GeoZone using our DJI account. Now the last and final step is to go into the DJI Fly app, click on Profile. We're going to go to Settings. Then you're going to scroll down to Unlock GeoZone. And if you were successful on the FlySafe website, this unlocked license will now appear in your DJI Fly app. And once you've actually connected your aircraft, you'll be able to take off in this area, no problem. All right, guys, so that is the proper way, as well as the legal way, to unlock GeoZones and restricted airspace for your DJI FPV drone, as well as any other drone that uses the DJI Fly app. So guys, let's keep doing it right. Let's go through the steps, let's go through the proper channels, and let's not give the government or FAA any reason to push more restrictions on us and restrict our hobby. So fly safe, have fun out there. See ya.